How you doing? www.andrewmarkmusic.com. Speaking about women and fossil fuels. I hope you all great lovers of irony as you're out protesting against the main lobbyists for how you gained your freedom and modernity. That's the fossil fuel elite whom are firmly back in the driver's seat in Washington. Well, were they ever out of it? I don't think so. These fossil fuel elites know full well that the freedoms you now have can only be guaranteed at the present moment by their products and efforts. To all my knowledge, there is no alternative energy to scale civilization in which you now live. Nowhere, nada. It does not exist at the present time. The energy supplies on this planet cannot scale the civilization as it is today. Do you know what happens when this energy source is depleted and gone? That's right. Right back to feudalism, where might has always been right. I'm not going to get into this, the issue on this blog post about climate change. That's another video, but this issue will not be without consequence for the female gender either. Now, I'm not prone to tell anyone what to do, but it might be time to reflect on the reality of the situation here on this planet and not solely on one's identity within modernity. I'm sorry, but there are far larger issues on the horizon, and I'm not seeing women anywhere take this issue seriously. At least not so much that there are any women addressing the changes needed so that you and all people can continue to live with the privileges which the fossil fuels have provided. This blog is in no way an apology for the fossil fuelers whom are in charge of this civilization at the present time. But they certainly are aware of this issue. Yes, they are, which is one hell of a lot more than I can say about many females on the planet today who seem to be completely blind and oblivious to the complexities of the age as they relate to energy supplies needed to scale civilization. Now, there's other issues here. There's the issues of a female politic. Now, this is idiosyncratic to me, but I'm not seeing it anywhere. I mean, after 100 years of female emancipation, I would say there's only one country in the world right now who's implementing what I would think are healthy female memes, and that's Iceland. Angela Merkel, maybe. It doesn't look like. I mean, I'm not in Germany. I don't really know what's going on there, but from a distance, it doesn't look like Angela Merkel's doing the right thing. So 100 years of freedom for women, and the best that seems to be happening at the moment is women will put on pants and imitate male politics. I'm not so sure that this is any kind of victory, Now, the other issue here is the patriarchy, specifically today in 2016, the Islamic patriarchy, who will be all too happy to take every inch that you give them and use it against you and turn all the gains into an Islamic Sharia caliphate. This is not paranoia. This is not right-wing, white delusion. This is a very real possibility. There are people within the Islamic community that are planning this, that want this, that are trying to engineer this. And for you to dismiss it is wholly blind indeed. Another nuance in this is the collectivist left within feminism, who have this unholy alliance with the collectivism of Islam. This will not bode well for anybody, except for the Islamicists in the end, if they win this. Anyway, ladies, not to get on your case too much, but I think someone needs to talk about this. I mean, there are women out there that are aware of the issue. Naomi Klein, I would think, the left or the centrist left in Canada have brought out a manifesto, the Elite Manifesto, which I think is a step forward in the right direction after 100 years of female emancipation. So it's not like there's nothing happening, but on scale, I would think there's, in my opinion, there's very, very little happening within female culture that's really addressing the core important issues here. And I'm not going to get into pronoun issues. I just don't see that on scale that is an important issue. I'm not going to dismiss it entirely. There probably are points there that are reasonable, but to me it seems like a distraction to what we should really be focusing on, and that's all our energy trying to solve clean energy to scale civilization. Otherwise, this is all for naught. www.andrewmarkmusic.com on women and fossil fuels. There you have it.